So the Z650RS is Kawasaki's answer to this middleweight modern classic retro looking motorcycle segment. I've had this bike for a couple of weeks now thanks to KD Motorcycles, and I'll leave some links down in the description below if you want to watch my first impressions review of this bike as soon as I picked it up from KD. There's also a link to their official website where you can learn a bit more about this particular bike. Now, how does the Kawasaki Z650RS compare to its main competition like the V7 from Moto Guzzi or the Triumph Speed Twin 900, and why not, maybe also the Yamaha XSR 700? But in this video you'll find out exactly what it's been like for me to live with this bike over the 2 weeks I had it, what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I think Kawasaki could improve on in the next generation of the Z650RS. But now it's time to talk about its engine and performance. So the Z650RS is powered by the same engine as the whole 650 range from Kawasaki, and in this particular configuration the 649cc liquid-cooled parallel twin unit makes 67 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 64 Nm of torque at 6,700. Now, even though it's geared exactly the same as the naked Z650, which might feel a little lumpy in performance compared to the other middleweight naked bikes, on a retro bike like the RS, you definitely don't mind a bit of soul, and that's exactly what it gives you. The mid-range is punchy enough for brisk road riding, the engine is engaging and so easygoing, and that's exactly what you'd want from a modern classic with a lovely bit of old school charm. So perhaps always looking for the red line isn't best suited for this motorcycle, and that's okay because it will still beat its main competition with its excellent weight distribution. And this is where I think Kawasaki has a bit of an edge over the Triumphs and Guzzis. At only 187 kilograms wet, it's well below average. Coupled with the 820mm seat height, it feels so agile and composed and perfectly balanced. The set of 17 inches wheels also ensure a slightly faster and easier handling experience in town, but especially in the twisties, and it was so much fun in the twisties. And sure, the standard 41mm forks are a little soft and the preload adjustable backlink shock is good enough for spirited riding, but what do you want from a middleweight classic? I mean, surely it goes fast enough and safe enough in the corners for its own good, and honestly I had loads of fun riding this bike. Now, highway riding is just about doable at legal speeds, so perhaps if you're gonna use this bike as a commuter, I'd look into fitting a screen of some sort. And unfortunately, Kawasaki doesn't offer many accessories to add touring capabilities to this RS, but I'm sure there's plenty of aftermarket options out there. Brake-wise, there's a 300mm dual disc setup at the front and a single 220mm disc at the back. Bosch ABS is good enough, and stopping power is actually excellent compared to the single disc options on the other modern classic bikes in this segment. Now, as standard, the Z650RS comes fitted with the essential rider aid that it needs, which is ABS, and there's no traction control in power modes, and it definitely didn't bother me as it made the ride as pure as it should be on a retro bike like this. The round clocks are beautiful to look at, and the little digital screen in the middle doesn't take away from its classic looks. In all honesty, it looks and feels like a proper modern classic should in 2023. The clutch and brake levers are span adjustable. The gearbox has a bit of a kick and charm to it that reminds you you're on a retro bike. But the smooth engine is reliable and cheap to run, averaging just below 60 miles per gallon during my test. But the fuel capacity is only 12 liters, which is a bit of a shame here. I would have definitely liked a bigger tank, but perhaps this is something that Kawasaki could improve on in the next generation of the Z650RS, along with adding a few more comfort options for touring and riding with a pillion. Now, starting from 7,949 pounds, it's now the cheapest middleweight modern classic bike you can buy right now if you want to go a little bit faster than a standard Royal Enfield Interceptor. That one is about 1,500 pounds less than the RS. While the Triumph Speed Twin 900 costs 850 pounds more, the Moto Guzzi V7 Stone costs 250 pounds more, and why not, let's include the Yamaha XSR 700 here, which by the way costs 300 pounds more. Now, where it might be a little bit quicker off the line in the Z650RS, it definitely lacks of the charm and quirkiness of the Kawasaki Retro. And that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, but also let me know in the comments below what you think about this bike, and if you own one, what have you done to your bike to make it better. And I'll catch you in the next one.